All right, we're continuing with the TSI assessment, basic math sample questions. We're going to look at reducing fractions to lowest terms, adding, subtracting, multiplying, same denominator, different denominator. So let's just start with number 9. If you have the same denominator, then you're good to go. You can go ahead and add the numerators, and we'll get 8 over 10. Now we know these can both be divided by 2. So we're going to divide top and bottom by 2 to get 4/5. So our answer here is going to be 4/5. Next one, different denominators, so we need to go ahead and get a common denominator. So the least common multiple between 5 and 3 is 15. So quick review, you just list the multiples and find their first common one. It's going to be 15. So that means I need to multiply this whole fraction by 3 over 3 and this fraction by 5 over 5 in order to get 15 in the denominator for both of them. So my new fraction is going to be 6 over 15 minus 5 over 15. And now that the denominators are the same, I can go and subtract, and I've got 1 over 15, so 1/15 for this one. All right, number 11. Okay, again, we have different denominators, so let's go ahead and find the least common multiple between 4 and 3. So we've got 4, 8, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12. So it's going to be 12. So that means I need to multiply this fraction by 3 over 3 in order to get this denominator to be 12, and this one I'm going to multiply by 4 over 4 to get this one to be 12. So for this fraction, my 8's going to stay the same. I'm not doing anything with that. I'm just changing the denominator of the fraction part. This is going to be 3 times 3 is 9 over 12, plus 2, and 2 times 4 is 8 over 12. This is going to equal, altogether, 8 plus 2 is 10, 9 plus 8 is 17 over 12. Now we still have an improper fraction here, so what we need to do is take out 1 whole. We're going to add that 1 whole to the 10, so now that becomes 11. We took away the 12 from the 17, so that leaves 5 twelfths left over. Okay, number 12. All right, so we start with 12 and 4 3/8. So we have no fraction here from which to take away the 3/8. So what we're going to do is borrow from this 12. It's going to become 11, and we're just going to keep the same denominator and make 1 whole out of that denominator. So now we've got 11 and 8/8. This 8/8 would come together to make 1, which would add to the 11, making 12. So we can see that it's the same thing. We've just got a fraction now to take away from. That's a common denominator with this one. So minus 4 and 3/8. So 11 minus 4 will be 7. 8 minus 3 is 5. And of course the denominator stays the same. So our answer is 7 and 5/8. Next one. All right, so if we're multiplying fractions, this is nice and easy. We can just multiply top times top, bottom times bottom. But something to note, that'll make your life a lot easier, is that you can cross reduce. And what I mean by that is you can say, okay, 9 over 12, can I reduce that? Yes, they can both be divided by 3. So this is going to become 3 over 4. Now, you're not limited to just the fraction itself. You can cross reduce, and that's what I meant by cross reduce. So you can cross the 2 and the 4 here. So even though I've already reduced this, I can go even further and say 2 over 4 will reduce to 1 over 2. So now we can go ahead and multiply across and say, this is our new fraction. I'm going to go and rewrite it. 3 over 2 times 1 over 3. So this is going to equal 3 over 6. We could have reduced again, but that's okay. So this reduces to 1/2. So number 13, our answer is 1/2. But just to clarify, if we were to go ahead and solve it the other way, just so you can see that it's the same, 9 over 12 times 2 over 3, that's going to be 18 over 36. Then these can both be divided by 18, and that would equal 1/2. So either way you go, you'll get the same answer. Sometimes it helps to cross reduce, and it just makes your life a little easier. The numbers become a little smaller to deal with. Okay. Last one, number 14. 3 2/5 times 1 5/8. So we need improper fraction form in order to multiply. We can't do it with this large, this whole number and the mixed number. So in order to convert to a mixed number, we multiply, then add. So 5 times 3 is 15, plus 2 is 17 over 5. So denominator stays the same. Times plus, so 8 times 1 is 8, plus 5 is 13 over 8. Now, I don't see much here that can be reduced. So 17 over 5, 17 over 8, 13 over 5, none of these things can reduce. So we're just going to have to multiply straight across. So 17 times 13 is 221. 5 times 8 is 40. So what we want to do is simplify this. So we need to say how many 40s can we take out of 221 to get our whole number part of the mixed number. So we'll do a little side note here. 221 divided by 40. So 5 40s make 200. So I'll leave 21. So we know there's going to be 5 whole 40s that can come out. That's 200. That leaves us 21 left over here out of 40. So this makes our fraction, the remainder over the divisor. So our final answer is 5 and 21/40.